Hello everyone, this is David with Silicon Valley Associates, bringing you information that you can use. And as you can see, I don't have Jason Burkhart with me today. I've upgraded. And I have Nancy Weng with me here today. She's an awesome bankruptcy attorney that I've referred quite a few of my clients to. And she's agreed to come in today and answer a few questions for you guys regarding bankruptcy, how it affects you, all of that good stuff. So Nancy, welcome.
Thank you.
So, a couple of questions. A lot of times I get asked questions like, am I a candidate for bankruptcy? Do I have enough debt or too much debt? And so maybe you can talk a little bit about who a good candidate is, what the different chapters are.
The best candidate for bankruptcy is someone who wants to either eliminate a large amount of debt or restructure their finances and get into a reorganization plan so it becomes more manageable. As far as whether that person has too much debt or not enough debt, we really like to sit with the individual and look at all of their debt and just see if bankruptcy is the right option for them. I usually say bankruptcy is the last resort. I don't always recommend it.
Okay.
So that's why we'd like to meet with everybody individually.
Cool. And then what are the different type of chapters?
There are three main chapters. There's Chapter 11 for small businesses or people who are not eligible for the other two chapters. The most common chapters are Chapter 7 for people who want to eliminate unsecured debt.
Okay.
It's the fastest chapter. You're in and out of it in about 3 months, and it's starting fresh.
Okay.
For instance, if you own property and you want to give up your house and all of your credit cards and just walk away, start over, that's the appropriate chapter for you.
Okay.
Chapter 13 is a little bit more common for people who have houses who either want to hold on to them or are trying to sell them, or they own some type of property where they need restructuring on the mortgage, first or second mortgages.
Okay. So is there a special chapter, like if I go on a credit card spending spree? Is there a special chapter for that?
I never advise that.
Okay.
But if you do that, I'd like to be in on it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay. If you go on a credit card spending spree and you can't afford to pay for it, even though you've tried your best, David, I would recommend Chapter 7. That would clean out all of the debt and allow you to just be able to walk away.
Gotcha. But in all seriousness, I mean, a person should not acquire new credit cards for the sole intent of just charging them up and
That
then
should
I'm
never
gonna
be your
bankruptcy.
intention.
Right. Well, because that could be misconstrued as fraud, right?
Right.
Or misrepresentation because you took these cards knowing that you were going to be paid 6 to 9 months down the road.
Right, and if you did do that, the creditors could come back and say their debt should not be discharged because it came about through fraud because you had no intent to pay it back. So
cool.
plan your spending wisely.
I will. What types of things get removed in a bankruptcy?
Unsecured debt is typically the first to go.
Okay.
As far as secured debt goes, second liens can be eliminated depending on whether the market value of the house and whether the first mortgage either exceeds or is underneath the value of the house. There's something we can do about second liens. Also, liens on houses that come about from certain judgments and civil judgments in general can be eliminated through bankruptcy as well. Cool.
So if I have a bunch of baby mamas running around town, can I skirt my alimony and my child support?
You
get
cannot,
that stripped?
You cannot, David. So again, before you get a bunch
Not that I have that problem.
Right.
But I mean,
if
I know
you're planning
people.
on it, then no, bankruptcy is not the right option for you to skirt your responsibilities.
Perfect. Well, and
as a baby dad.
And responsibilities should not be skirted.
Right.
So, cool. Well, the last question I want to ask you for this part of the segment is: do you have any success stories or cool stories that have happened to you or your clients recently that you want to share?
Sure. We have one recent success story. It was an individual owned a home, was about 6 months late on the mortgage.
Just 6 months? That's not bad, considering,
He was still facing foreclosure, though. He had a trustee sale that was pending when he came into our office. We were able to eliminate a $150,000 second lien through a Chapter 13 reorganization plan for him.
And that's when you guys strip the lien?
Yes, we stripped the lien.
So someone could say you're a professional stripper?
I am a professional stripper, and I do it well. We were able to strip the second lien, get rid of all of his credit card debt, get him into a really nice loan modification program. And if he can afford to keep up those payments, he'll be able to keep up the house. But if he is not, or he decides that it's best that he wants to let the house go and maybe get into something cheaper, then that's when I would come to David and let him talk about his
short sale and other options. Awesome. Well, that's good information. So stay tuned because I'm going to do a couple more interviews with Nancy. We're talking about short sales and bankruptcies and all of that good stuff. So Nancy, thank you for your time.
Thank you.